Okay, I could pretend that today will be a very full day, hard working, like I will study, woo, and work a lot, yeah. But it's not. It is not. I woke up feeling lazy this morning and I don't want to study at all. Not at all. So if there are days like that for you too, but you still want to learn a language, French maybe, then I think that would be the video for you. Bonjour tout le monde, I'm Cassie, your French tutor, so you can learn French the French way. And today we won't talk only about how to learn French, but how to learn a language in general. One of the keys to really learn a language is to immerse yourself. Though it is not possible for everybody. It could be nice to compensate that lack of immersion with hard work, but we don't all have the energy or the will or the time or anything to do that. So today we're going to talk about a few habits that you can easily incorporate in your daily routine. I'm going to take you on a lazy day with me so you see what I do to learn, well, 2 languages at a time. I don't advise it for everybody, but I'm not at the same level for both. So you're gonna see a bit of Japanese and Spanish learning with me. Again, very low maintenance. We're not gonna do anything crazy. And in the description, you will find a link to get a free ebook that I wrote just for you to help you incorporate these habits in your daily routine. Alors, t'es prêt? C'est parti. I'm next to my oven for this one for a very legit reason, I swear. It is that I'm going to prepare breakfast. That's a daily habit, I swear. And I'm gonna incorporate a bit of immersion in the language. I'm in a Spanish music mood. Not really, oh yeah, this one is Spanish, but let's say I'm listening to a lot of Spanish language songs. So really from all over Latin America to, well, Spain. But lately you will see what I'm listening to. So while I'm preparing breakfast, I have cookies on the making. They don't look beautiful, I swear, but they're macro-friendly and they're good. So while I'm preparing breakfast, I'm going to prepare my coffee as well. I'm going to listen to some music, and that is a first habit. So I would advise that, just like me, you create a few playlists on Spotify, or you discover what Spotify already has. For example, the top per countries. That's a great way to discover music. YouTube is also a great way. And for example, today we're going on YouTube. And you have bonus points if you actually try to understand the lyrics or that you learn the lyrics. Because even though they won't really be sentences that you will use in everyday life, though they can be, they will give you some extra vocabulary, and a boost is always more than welcome. So lately I discovered Mega R YouTube channel, and I am such a big fan. So you know, while I'm making coffee.
Acabar con la chica, ¿verdad? Sí, pero Satoru Gojo está con ella. ¿Cómo lo harás? Escucha. No saben de qué soy capaz, si tengo todo a mi favor. Seguro que muchos irán, pues la chica tiene su valor. Y pelearán, y ganarán, claro que lo harán, no tienen opción. Tenemos que aguantar sin perder más bajas, así que viajemos por todo.
Okay, my kinda cookies are ready. So let's, oh, and my coffee, of course. So let's move to another activity that I like to do, especially when I'm taking my breakfast alone, because of course when I'm having breakfast with my partner, I will focus on him, but he's not here today. He abandoned me, and I know he's gonna watch, so abandoned, I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is actually use an app. So we switch to Japanese. I'm using an app that's called Today Easy Japanese. So I really like it. It is to read articles. Maybe 1 or 2 articles a day, something real quick that you can do while doing something else, for example, having breakfast. That's a very good idea. And as you can see, yeah, it highlights the vocabulary. Though, when you're not in hard practice mode or hard learning mode, I don't advise that you check all the vocabulary. It takes time, it takes brain power, so not for us today. I'm just gonna read it out loud. I'm going to try to understand as much as I can. If there is a word that I feel I should understand, like I know the word, I will check it out. But if there are words I don't know, I'm not gonna bother. I would advise you do the same. Again, otherwise you switch to like hard learning, what I called hard learning, and that's another topic. So let's go. Cheers. Okay, I read this article once out loud. Now I'm gonna read it again without speaking, like with my mouth shut. But cookie. But this time I will focus on trying to understand as much as I can. Sometimes, especially when you are at my level in Japanese, for example, especially with another alphabet, it is difficult to focus on reading and understanding. So don't bother reading. Again, brainless activities today. C'est bon!
今は何をしなければなりませんか? Y ahora voy al doctor para que firme un papelito para mí. 女がかべこべこ。でも食べ物は温まってので私は待たなければなりません。
Okay, so what you just saw is a technique that I don't apply on a daily basis. I really try to do it more and more, and it works. It truly works, I swear. So it is just talking to yourself. That can be just saying things you have in mind at the moment. You just express your thoughts in your target language. That can also be just describing your surroundings or what you're doing at the moment, really the actions, or that can be a bit of everything, really. So you may make mistake, but that's a great way to practice on your own. Here we're not talking about input, we're talking about output. Yes, and again, even if you make mistakes, it's fine. Like, nobody's here to judge you. And also it will encourage you to use words that you've learned before, but that are really relevant to your everyday life. So for example, you saw me going to the doctor or wondering what I should do next. Well, I can do that in my target language, or target languages in my case. Okay, another habit that I have, especially when I'm alone at home, is to eat in front of a series or video. So that can be on YouTube, but I'm also watching series on Lingopie. Really love it. You will find a link in the description of this video. So I just watch the video really while I'm eating. So Lingopie, that allows you to learn vocabulary while you're watching this video. Again, here we're not in hard learning mode. So just like with the article this morning, I am only checking the vocabulary that I think I know, but I'm not sure. Though I won't really learn new words. I'm just having fun, like just relaxing, eating my lunch, and that's it. So it is like passive input, and that's it. I can watch Lingopie for, again, hard learning, but not what I eat. I just want to relax. So let's go.
私ですか。私は大国主です。兄たちは大変美しいと評判の八神姫に会いに行っているんだ。白うさぎはふと思い出しました。
So you find me here in a very unusual place because I have a secret for you. That won't be that secret after that video. Is that I also use my bathroom time for language practice. So what I do is that the time I use, well, you know, the time I spend here, I use it on apps. So only instead of scrolling on Instagram and stuff like that, I mean, do it if you want. but I use it on apps. So this one is Buzu, and I love it. I truly love it. You will find a link in the description of this video. So I learn mostly Japanese. Here it is Japanese, bit of Spanish too. Even some Portuguese when I don't know, I'm tired of the two others, because why not? Learn silly challenges. All right, so I'm gonna show you a bit how it works with one lesson. I'm not really in the bathroom, right? Like, not doing my things. Oh, an extra tip, because I'm way more advanced in Spanish than Japanese, my entire phone is in Spanish. Means that the app adapts and is fully in Spanish. So I'm learning Japanese in Spanish on that app. That works for me. And see, here it is in Spanish. So I try to read it out loud. But because unlike I told you before, I'm at that level I can really read out loud and understand straight away. So I don't need a bit of time to be able to do that in Dutch. I'm not at that level yet. Spanish, yeah. And of course you have way more like that. I really love that app, I'm telling you. Another thing that we do every day, and we don't even think about it, and we don't need our brain for that, is to brush our teeth. So what I do is in the evening, only in the evening, I put a podcast on, so in Japanese. I don't understand everything, I'm just trying to catch a few words. So I don't need to understand them all, but just I recognize them, then I will say them out loud. With that toothbrush, you know, it's quite difficult to really articulate, but it's for me. So yeah, that's what I will do in the morning. I don't listen to a podcast, more like a YouTube video or anything. Could be in your target language, could be just for fun.
ホストは日本語教師のミクです。
I hope you enjoyed this day and see how I implement very small, very effortless, brainless habits, language learning habits in my routine. So if you want to do the same, I created an ebook completely free for you. So you're free to grab it in the description of this video. That will help you to organize your day with the habits you already have in your daily routine and just pair them with language learning habits. That makes things way more simple. So tell me in the comments which one you like most, or maybe which one you have already implemented in your routine. And I see you next week. À la semaine prochaine. Salut!